Hi guys, it's Miss Jackson again. I wanted to tell you something. I had a few of you post and ask me questions about the clothes I'm wearing. So I wanted to tell you one of the perks of getting to stay at home to teach school or to go to school like you are is you can wear your pajamas all day. So a lot of my videos you've seen me in my pajamas either because I shoot them at night right before I'm about to go to bed, or I shoot them in the morning right when I wake up. And so you see me in my pajamas. And yes, you are correct. I have very silly pajamas, and I do wear my pajamas more than one night to save water and stuff, to be better for our environment and things. So today I have my pajamas on again. And yes, you may have seen this sweatshirt before. I love that you're noticing cute little things like that. But I promise you I do dress from time to time. But probably not as much as when we go to school, if I'm being honest. Anywho, let's talk about our book for today. Today I picked out a book because I saw it in my stack and I made a connection with it almost immediately. My husband made the most amazing tacos the other night. I've been eating like crazy over this little break, and he asked him for some tacos and he made such great tacos. And then I saw this book laying on a stack of books, Dragons Love Tacos. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect, because I just had tacos, and reading a book about tacos would make me so happy because tacos make me happy. I probably should have read this on Tuesday though, because most people have Taco Tuesdays, so it probably would have been a better Tuesday book, but it's going to be Taco Thursday today, okay? Taco Thursday today with Miss Jackson and her taco book. So we already looked at the cover of the book, and we see what is that? A dragon with all kinds of tacos in his mouth. He's eating way too much at once and all over the place because dragons love tacos. You might not have known that, but Mr. Adam Rubin, who is the author, what do authors do again? Yep, they write the story. Decided he's going to write a story about how much dragons love tacos. And then he asked his friend, or somebody he decided to work with, Daniel Salamiri, to illustrate the book. What does it mean to illustrate, to be the illustrator? Yeah, to draw the pictures, because when you draw a picture, that's called an illustration. Illustration is drawing a picture about words that are written to give more clues to what the author meant. That's what makes it an illustration. It's drawn or painted or something to give more clues about it. And again, remember last time we talked about dedications? Let's look at their dedications. To my loving sister, Bruce, smart, beautiful, and full of laughter. For Aaron, a wonderful friend, thank you for everything. And look, there's the taco cave. Kind of reminds me of Taco Bell, making a connection to the world. Oh, so let's go over that. Remember Spinner, Spider up there making connections? Remember there's 3 different types of connections. There's text to self, where you read something in the book and it makes you think of something you've done or something about you. Text to text, where you read something in the book and it makes you think of another book. And text to world. I've already made 2 connections. I made a text to self when I thought about, oh, them loving tacos. I understand how they could love tacos because I had tacos the other night and I love tacos too. That's text to self. And now I just made a text to world connection because I said, seeing this taco cave back here, I can understand why the illustrator drew that like that, because it reminds me of one of my restaurants I go to. I wouldn't say my favorite, but pretty good. Taco Bell down the street, right? So that's a text to world. Text to world, thinking of that symbol as taco, looks like Taco Bell. Are you ready to read, readers? Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the illustration first. I love when I read books to look at the illustration to give myself clues. When you're reading some of your small level books, you should do that too. Always start by looking at the illustration for clues that can help you figure out those words that might be tough for you. Hey kid, do you know that dragons love tacos? Ooh, we have 2 different punctuations there. The line with the dot, the exclamation mark, and the around down with the dot, the question mark. Because they're saying this excited, hey kids, that's why we call it an exclamation mark. And do you know that dragons love tacos? We use a question because they're asking you, do you? Do you know that dragons love tacos? Let's see. They love beef tacos and chicken tacos. They really love big, gigantic tacos and tiny little baby tacos as well. So now this author of this book, the person that the story is being told by, remember how we've been talking about the different points of view, the different ways people are telling stories? Remember we had one story where it was the egg telling it about himself. He was telling. We had another story where it was just somebody telling a story. It wasn't any of the characters. Now this one is the author actually talking to the characters in the book. Talking to the characters in the book. And look at the dog and the person. Do they look like they understand? No, they have a face like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, that noise you're hearing is Mr. Jackson's he's putting in fans in our house, because when you're at home and it's time to get those projects done, you never got done. So that's a drilling holes to put a fan in. All right, so one of the things I noticed when I looked at the illustration is Why would the author ask this little boy about dragons? Why does he think this little boy wants to know something about dragons? Do you see it? Yeah. Obviously, the little boy loves dragons. We know that. How do we know that? Because dragon toys, dragon posters, dragon stuffies. If you look on the shelf, all kinds of dragon books, dragon lamp. I mean, he must really like dragons. So, of course, the author's like, hey, did you know if you love dragons so much, did you know they love tacos? Let's see what the little boy says. Why do dragons love tacos? Maybe it's the smell of the sizzling pan. Maybe it's the crunch of the crunchy tortillas. Maybe it's a secret. So that's going to be one of our lessons today. We're going to talk about connections today, and we've already made a text to self and a text to the world. And we're also going to talk about adjectives and nouns. Adjectives are describing words that describe a noun. Adjectives can tell how many, how much, what size, what color, how they feel, what kind of things they are. And nouns are a person, like me, a place, like my house, and a thing, like my sweatshirt. And so when you look at this page, it says, maybe it's the smell from the sizzling pan. Right there, we know the noun is the pan because that's a thing. And the adjective or the word they described it to let you know more about the pan is sizzling. It's sizzling. So now you know it's hot and it's going shh. Just like tortillas is the noun because that's the thing. And the word they used to describe the tortillas was crispy. Crispy. So you know if you touched it and you crunched into it, you go crispy. All right, so we're going to keep talking about those two. Now, this is really cool. At the beginning of our book, the author is talking to the little boy, right? Now look who the author starts to talk to. What do you see in the picture now? Yeah, a dragon. Either way, if you want to make friends with a dragon, tacos are key. Hey, dragon, why do you guys love tacos so much? So he's asking the dragon a question now. Why do you love tacos so much? But wait. Oh. The author, as he was trying to talk to the dragon, decided he forgot to tell the little boy something. So let's see what he tells him. As much as dragons love tacos, they hate spicy salsa even more. So he's comparing things there. He's saying they love tacos, but they hate spicy salsa. So they love tacos, but they hate spicy salsa even more. So there's the noun. Salsa is the thing. Spicy is how you describe it. So now you know it's not just salsa, but it's a spicy salsa. They hate spicy green salsa and spicy red salsa. So now we're telling the color with the adjective of the salsa. They hate spicy chunky salsa. So now we're telling what it looks like. And they hate spicy smooth salsa. So we're telling how it feels. If the salsa is spicy at all, dragons cannot stand it. So he just told the little boy something very important. He says, okay, dragons love tacos. If you want dragons to come over, make them some tacos. But make sure there is no spicy salsa, any kind of spicy salsa. Spicy green, spicy red, spicy chunky, spicy smooth. See all those adjectives they use to describe and make their story more interesting? Can you make a connection? Have you ever eaten salsa? Can you make a text to self-connection? Have you eaten salsa? Do you like spicy salsa? If you do, why? And if you don't, why not? Is it the same reason the dragons don't? They don't like that fiery taste in their mouth, you think? Do you think that's what it is? See, connections help us understand the book. You can start to understand why a dragon might not like spicy salsa if you've ever had that spicy salsa and had that fiery taste in your mouth. I kind of find that funny, don't you? Are you thinking and wondering what I'm thinking? Good readers wonder and question as they read. Why would a dragon not like something spicy? Because dragons breathe fire. I don't know. Seems weird to me. Let's see. Why do dragons hate spicy salsa? It's almost like the author knew what I was going to ask. Well, just one drop of the hot sauce makes their dragon ears smoke. So it makes their dragon ears smoke. Just one single speck of hot pepper makes dragons snort sparks. So like out of their nose, blows sparks. Spicy sauces also give the dragon tummy troubles. And when the dragons get tummy troubles, oh boy, I bet you can make a connection of text to self. Have you ever eaten something that made your tummy's so sick. Oh, I can't eat anymore. Yeah. Do you like that feeling? No. So I can start to understand why the dragons don't like that salsa now. If it makes their tummy hurt, I know what it feels like to have your tummy hurt. Well, if you want to make tacos for the dragon, keep the toppings mild. Listen to that word. It's not spicy. The opposite of spicy is mild. So if the opposite of spicy is mild, what does mild mean? Yeah, to not make that burny spicy feeling, to be kind of calm feeling, right? So the illustrator and the author worked together to help you understand more. How did they do that here? Yeah, they drew the ingredients to use and they put big check marks over them. They even used labels. So you can use tomatoes, you can use lettuce, and you can use cheese. Thumbs up, it says. These are all good toppings to put on your taco for dragon. Oh, we're gonna talk to the dragon again. Hey, dragon, how do you feel about spicy taco toppings? Look at that dragon. How does he feel about spicy taco toppings? Yeah, he doesn't like it at all. He doesn't like it at all. How do you know? Because he's making the face, right? Dragons love parties. Oh, I bet you can make a connection. Text us out. Do you love a party? Yep. They like costume parties. See, I can figure that word out because they're wearing costumes. And I know it goes costumes. This one starts with P. And what is in the picture? Oh, pool parties. They like pool parties. Look at that. They like big, gigantic parties. So the noun is parties because that's the thing. And the adjective they're using to describe it is that it's big and gigantic. So they want you to know there's lots and lots of people there. With accordions. Accordions? Have you ever made an accordion? I can make a text-to-world connection. I once saw in a store an accordion and a person playing it. And it's like a big instrument that goes like this. I've seen one before in a store. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a text-to-self connection too. And tiny little parties with characters. Look, there's, oh, that's not characters. Miss Jackson read that wrong. I saw the beginning and it looked like the way characters start, but I forgot to look all the way through the words. It's charades. Charades, because it didn't make any sense. Because when I said tiny little parties with characters, I looked around, I was like, where's characters? Oh, they're playing charades, and I fixed it. See, you got to fix it when you make a mistake. Charades. Can you make a connection to understand this book? Have you ever played charades? If not, have you ever seen charades somewhere? Have you ever read another book about charades? I bet you can. Did you remember that charades is when you act out something, a thing? That's actually going to be one of our things for our lesson today. We're going to talk about it later, okay? Why do dragons love parties? Maybe it's the conversation. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe it's comforting sounds of good friends' laughter. Wouldn't we love a party like that? We should have an online party. Get comforting sounds of good friends' laughter. The only thing dragons love more than parties or tacos is, can you guess it? A taco party. Put the two things together, right? Taco parties are parties with lots of tacos. If you want to have some dragons over for a taco party, you're going to need buckets of tacos, pants loads of tacos. The best way to judge is to get a boat and fill the boat with tacos. That's about how many tacos dragons need for a taco party. After all, dragons love tacos. Now let's think about it. Is this story nonfiction trying to teach you real facts? Or is the story a fiction story, make-believe? How do you know? Yeah, it's kind of make-believe because can you really put a boat in your house filled with tacos? Yeah, and I've never really seen a dragon either. But so, hey dragon, are you excited about the taco party? Let's look. Does he look excited? Yeah, we also know he's excited because what is he doing? He's writing it on his calendar. He's so excited because he has an invitation. See that? Just remember, dragons hate spicy salsa. Before you host your taco party with dragons, get rid of all the spicy salsa. In fact, bury the spicy salsa in the backyard so the dragons can't find it. So they're about to come to the taco party. Let's look in the house. You see tacos everywhere. There's even taco balloons. And what's the little boy doing? Just like the author said, he's burying the spicy salsa. These dragons love your taco party. They love the music. They love the decorations. They especially love the tacos. Congratulations. There's an exclamation mark again. Look at the taco balloons. How much fun. There's tacos everywhere. Everybody's having a good time. This is such a fun book. Let's see. It's a good thing that you got rid of all the spicy, and look, it's making you pause. Why is it pausing? Dramatic pause. Ready? Wait a second. What are those little green things in the salsa? Did you read the fine print? Oh no, so look real close at the salsa can. Do you see the green little specks? And right here in the fine print, see, this is the big bold print. This is the fine print. Now with spicy jalapeno peppers. So this salsa, even though it said mild salsa, it has spicy jalapeno peppers in it. Oh no! And the dragons are eating it. Can you make a prediction of what's going to happen next, we've got to use our clues. We've got to use what we read. We read that dragons hate spicy salsa. We read and saw that the little boy accidentally put spicy salsa in the tacos. So now we have to use what we know. What happens when somebody uses something you don't like on food you eat? Has your mom ever done that? Can you make a connection to even help you further understand? We've used the text. We've used what we know. Now we can infer and make a good prediction that, yeah, they're probably not going to like it. They're going to get upset. You ready to find out? Look at this. He tries to stop him. Dragons, listen to me. Do not eat the tacos. Those little green specks in the salsa, they're jalapeno peppers. They are super spicy. I know you love tacos, dragons, but you are not going to love the tacos. Don't let the dragons eat those tacos. Time for our third connection, text to text. How many of you have ever read Pigeon books by Mo Willems? Don't let Pigeon, remember? Don't let Pigeon drive the bus, things like that. Well, and we have, remember we even saw the play. They're writing it just like the author did in the Don't Let Pigeon Drive the Bus books, right? And he kind of talked to him too, and he would scream, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. It's sort of like those books, guys, so we can understand why he's writing it real big with exclamation marks. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh no, they're all eating them. I can't look. Oh my gosh. Are you ready for this page? I don't think you're ready for this page. Here it comes. Can you imagine what's about to happen to the dragons? Look at this. They're blowing fire everywhere because it's so spicy and hot. And look at the kid hide. It was too late. Look what happened to the kid's house. Oh no. This is sad. Do you think the author's really going to end it so sad? Oh no. But this is a fiction book and usually they end with happy endings. So let's see. Are you ready? At least the ones we read, right? Why would dragons help rebuild your house? Maybe they're good Samaritans. Good Samaritans is actually a connection to another story that I've read in the Bible that says about good Samaritans. That's a different story you can hear in other books that use good Samaritans. That's a person that does good acts without just wanting to be good. Maybe you're a good Samaritan. Maybe they feel bad for wrecking it. So maybe they feel bad. Or maybe they're just in it for the taco breaks. So he's still feeding them tacos. So maybe they're really just doing it so they can eat tacos. You know why? Because after all, dragons love tacos. So we're right back to where we started with dragons loving tacos. Well, that was a super silly book, wasn't it? All right, one of my ideas for you, and in a second we're gonna go up to our lesson, but one of my ideas for you is to play a game of charades so you can make a connection to this book even more. I was so impressed. I've been watching all your online learning, and my friend Sammy, I saw, was playing charades with his parents the other day, and he was taking his word work and doing charades. So his mom was writing down words that started with blends because he's working on blends like bl, fr, str, things like that. Letters that blend together to make a sound, right? Like BL, CR. And he was working on blends and reading blend words. So his mom wrote down blend words on a piece of paper and then they hit him. They took out the paper and he'd read the blend word and then he'd have to act it out. So for instance, I'm trying to think of one I could act out for right now for you. Oh, I got one. Are you ready? So this is a blend word. I just read it. We're pretending I read it. And now I'm going to act it out for you. Okay? This is kind of hard, but I'm going to do it. Can you figure it out? What kind of walk was I doing? Have you done that with your PE teacher? What are my, these are my, yeah, these are pinchers. I was being a crab. I was being a crab. So maybe you want to try that too. It could be any word you're working on. You could be working on blends, digraphs, sneaky E. You could be working on just CBC words. Have your mom write down some words that you've been practicing reading. Or even better, you write down the words and have your mom check them and fix them if she needs to. Then you can go back and practice reading so you can not only practice reading, but writing them and then play charades with your family. Won't that be a super fun time? All right, and then up here, let's talk about our lessons of the day. So let's review. We went over making connections. In this book, we were able to make all three of the connections text to text, where we compared this book when we learned about where he was shouting at them not to let the dragons eat the tacos. It reminded us of the pigeon books where it's don't let the pigeon drive the bus. We made a text to self. Oh, we made all kinds of text to self. I was talking about how much I love tacos just like the dragons. We made a text to world where we saw that they went to a place called Taco Cave and it made us think of Taco Bell.
And all of these things helps us understand the book better. We are activating our background knowledge, figuring out what we already knew to help us understand. And then we also talked today about some parts of speech. We talked about adjectives and nouns. Adjectives are descriptive words that describe a noun. They can tell you more about that noun. It makes the writing more interesting. So when you're doing writing, and especially since we've been doing poetry, you want to add a lot of adjectives in there to give your readers a little more to help them, do you remember that? Visualize, see it in their head, right? Don't just say a dog, tell what kind of dog. If I said, I have a dog, you'd be like, great, you have a dog. If I said, I have a fluffy black and white dog, you'd be like, oh, you could see his big fluffy fur and you can see the black and whiteness, right? If I had said I had a long wiener dog, you'd know exactly what I'm saying, right? That's why we use adjectives. It can tell more about their size, their looks, their personality, their type, their color, their shape, their smell, their feels, their sounds. Any way you can describe it. Remember 5 senses? Using your 5 senses help you describe all those things, right? And then the noun is a person, see a person like a student, and a place like a school, and a thing like a pencil. It can be any person, place, or thing. Everything's a noun. Look at all the nouns I'm wearing right now. I have hair, that's a thing. I have eyes, that's a thing. I have glasses, that's a thing. I'm a person, Kelly. I'm a thing, right? I'm in this house. That's a place, that's a thing. These are all nouns, right? And then when you take the nouns, which I wrote in green, see all the nouns from the book, and you add an adjective, it helps describe it more. So instead of just saying a pan, the author said sizzling pan. Instead of saying tortillas, he said crispy tortillas. Salsa, look at all the ways he describes salsa. Spicy green salsa, spicy red salsa, spicy chunky salsa, spicy smooth salsa. Look at all the ways he described parties. A costume party, a pool party, a gigantic party, a tiny little party. There's all different ways to describe words using adjectives, and adjectives make things more interesting and give your readers a little more details about what you're talking about. So there's 3 things we learned about today: making the connections, text to self, text to text, text to world, adjectives, and nouns. Isn't that awesome? And then your activity you want to try today is playing charades like in the book, making that connection, and using the words that you're working on for word work. I hope you have a great day. Bye.